All right, we're going to talk some more about seventh chords, and we were talking about the specific spots to use seventh chords. That is the way you want to think of seventh chords for a lot of music, for maybe folk songs, country songs, most songs that are not blues, and that's what we're going to talk about right now is blues. Blues music is a little over 100 years old, and it's a great American invention, I guess you could call it. It's one of the great musical styles that's traveled around the world and changed the world in a lot of ways. It has its own rules, really, and one of them is its use of seventh chords. I said before that seventh chords are very tough sounding, and that we were using them to strengthen certain chord changes. In blues, any chord can be a seventh chord. They don't follow the rules as far as they don't exist just to strengthen chord progressions. They are just there for the sake of being seventh chords. They're tough sounding chords, and you can string together as many seventh chords as you want in a blues song. So in a blues song, every chord can be a seventh chord, and it'll work. So let's see how that works. We're going to use some of those seventh chords that you learned. We're going to be in the key of E, and we're going to use major chords and seventh chords. Let's just run through the chords first, all right? We're going to use E major, E7, and all you have to do is lift up that third finger. Pretty easy chord change. I think we're going to dispense with A major for this song. We're just going to use A7. And we're going to use B7. A, B, and E, those are the three primary chords in the key of E. E is the one chord. A is the four chord. And you don't actually know how to play a B major right now, so the B7 will have to do. But that would be the five chord, the seventh version of the five chord in the key of E. And we're going to play a very important structure called the 12-bar blues. We're going to use the backbeat strum. So to review that, you're counting eighth notes. I'm holding an E chord right now. You're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're doing down up eighth note strums, but you're hitting 2 and 4 harder. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like that. That's going to be your strum. This, like I said, is a really important chord progression. The 12-bar blues, unbelievably important for popular music. Pretty much every early rock and roll song was a 12-bar blues, and you wouldn't believe how many songs are small variations on the 12-bar blues. We're going to do a very basic one, and it's going to stay on E for 3 measures, and in the 4th measure of that progression, we're going to change to an E7. That's signaling the 4 chord, which instead of just being an A major is going to be an A7. After 2 measures of that, we're going to go back to our E for 2 measures. Then we're going to go to B7 for a measure, A7 for a measure, and then back to our regular old E. Okay? So it's going to be a lot of chord changes. I'm going to do it kind of slow. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Here comes that E7. We're going to go to an A7. Back to E. B7. A7, E. Okay, now I think I may have played an E major where I said I was going to play an E7 in the middle there, but that just goes to show that seventh chords are kind of interchangeable in the blues. Let's talk a little bit more about this chord progression because you can't know this well enough. The blues traditionally, as a structure, is 3 lines. The first 2 lines are the same. I woke up this morning, I felt so bad. That'd be the first line. I woke up this morning, I felt so bad. That'd be the second line. Lost the best girl I ever had. That'd be the third line. So the first 2 lines are the same. Third line rhymes with the previous 2. Each one of those lines gets 4 bars of music. So I woke up this morning and I felt so bad. And then you fill it out. That was 4 bars. I woke up this morning and I felt so bad. You just wait till you've used up 16 beats of time. Lost the best gal that I ever had. So forth. So over the E progression we just played, to be like this. I woke up this morning and I felt so bad. Here comes that E7. Well, I woke up this morning and I felt so bad. Here comes the B7. Lost the best gal I ever had. So that's the 12-bar blues. Well, I woke up this morning and I felt so bad. Here comes that E7. And I felt so bad. B7, lost the best. A7, and I ever had. So that's your basic 12-bar blues in E, and that's, like I said, one of the main chord progressions in American music, and you'll start to, as you become familiar with it, you'll start to realize how important it is. And it's also a good demonstration of how 7th chords work. That sound of 7th chords being everywhere in the song, that's filtered down into other kinds of popular music. And so we're now very used to the 7th chord sound all over a song, not just in the places that it's traditionally used to strengthen a chord progression. So whether you're playing jazz or country or rock, the 7th chord, and again, when you say a 7th chord, that's short for a dominant 7th, but we'll talk more about that down the road. The sound of that 7th chord is, like I said, one of the 3 main families of chord sounds, the other 2 being major and minor. And so right now you've learned a bunch of major chords, some minor chords, and a bunch of 7th chords. There's one more major chord to learn, which is the beast, which is F.